Hey, how's it going, guys? Osric here. This is episode number 2 of Unstoppable Class Setups. And today we're going to talk about the MK48. Before I talk about that, if you guys haven't seen episode number 1, I went over the Scorpion class that I personally use. And you can find a link to that in the description and also an annotation on your screen. But today, this is the MK48. Now, the key to the MK48 being quote-unquote unstoppable is using the rapid fire attachment. I feel like rapid fire changes this gun from pretty good to unstoppable and just bar none one of the best guns in the game. So the class setup that I personally put together is I like to use red dot sights. I've always been a big advocate of red dot. It does help increase your accuracy by clearing your field of vision. You can really stay on target better than you could without it. Now you could always try and get used to iron sights, but you're still not going to be as accurate as you could be without it. So that's probably the main reason why I use the red dot sights. Another big reason is because generally with the red dot sight, it's easier to control the recoil on the weapons in this game. Also, as far as the MK48 goes, if you don't use red dot and you have on rapid fire, a lot of times the enemies can get lost in your sights because of the recoil. So I pretty much like to clear that out with the red dot sight. So anyways, enough about that. Class setup is hardline, flak jacket, toughness, and tactical mask. That's pretty much a standard loadout for me for my class setups. I said that in many videos. I always use toughness, and especially with light machine guns, you don't want to get caught in a situation where you shoot one guy and you need to transition to a second and maybe a third guy, and you're not able to get the kill because you're flinching so much from getting shot at. So that's how I'm able to get a lot of double and triple sprays with light machine guns, is the toughness perk. So I'm a big advocate of that as well. One thing is, you notice a lot in competitive league play, and also, a lot of the professional players, all they use is toughness, and that's because the flinch in Black Ops 2 is absolutely ridiculous, and it's going to be the difference between you winning and losing a gunfight. So the guy with toughness almost always beats the guy with scavenger if you guys start shooting at the same time. So anyways, enough about that. The map Studio, this is a DLC map. Most of you guys know this, and if you don't know this, you need to get on your DLC game. My only issue with Studio is the fact that it's so campy. I mean, it kind of looks like there's a lot of areas to run, but it's really a small map, and there's only 3 main spawn points. I mean, you have the ADOM, the back castle area, kind of by the little office. You have the white trailer, behind that there's another spawn point. And then you have the firing range area, which I don't know the call out for it in this game for Studio, but I know there's like a little ramp that goes down. There's the deck, and there's like water in the back. And if you could just control 2 of those spawn points, you can pretty much win the game on domination, because there's 2 main areas that you can hold down, and that's this wooden building here, which is now the castle, and also you have that middle building where I just shot that guy out of. You can control 2 flags from either one of these spots, so it's kind of advantageous to start playing really defensive. And I'm playing pretty defensive in this game, but you notice I am still moving around, and the only reason I'm moving around on Studio is because my team keeps pushing forward. So situations like this where they're spawning on top of me, I immediately recognized that. As soon as I saw one guy spawn in, I knew they would spawn in a wave. So I actually backed up and got a nice kill, and I got the hell out of there. So that's what ends up keeping me alive most of this game. You notice I kind of stay in one general area, and then when my team moves, I make the transition and I move to the next spot. So that's another thing that you guys got to learn how to do, is you got to start learning when to move. I mean, if you can learn when to move, and the time to move is when they're spawning around you, because even though they're there and they probably don't know you're there yet, eventually they're going to catch on. And once they start hearing your silencer go off, or they hear your bullets, unsilenced going off, they're going to start looking for you. You don't want to get caught in a situation where there's 3 and 4, even 2 people hunting you down, and they end up getting too close to you, because you never know if they have a shotgun. They could be using a submachine gun, or they could have like cap 40s, and you're using this big ass light machine gun. If they run up on you, you're gonna be dead. So definitely keep a little bit of distance between you and the enemy. That's why defensive play with light machine guns work. Obviously, you can't rush around too much, because you're going to start, you might get lucky, kill a couple guys in a row, but all it takes is that one dude with a shotgun or one dude with the submachine gun. And if you don't have the right weapon to combat shotguns and submachine guns, then you're pretty much screwed. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this gameplay, guys. You saw it right there. I did get the nuclear. This gun, MK48, rapid fire, I highly recommend this. It's very comparable to the LSAT. LSAT with rapid fire, not so good. All the other LMGs with rapid fire, not so good. But MK48 rapid fire, 2 thumbs up for me. By the way, this is another big advantage right here, is you can shoot through walls. MK48 with rapid fire kills so fast through every single wall. It's pretty ridiculous. But anyways, that's the end of this gameplay. Nuclear with MK48. Try it out. Peace.